Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Samantha and I rescue things and resell them online for a profit. Make sure you subscribe and like this video. It helps me so much and I appreciate you guys. I went to Terre Haute today. I took some items I've been sitting aside as well as items I pulled out of my inventory. Either they were stale, I was tired of looking at them, or a lot of items actually slipped through the cracks and somehow either didn't get listed or got deleted and I didn't pull it to retake pictures. So yeah, I went through over 20 of my totes and pulled out items, took them today to Terre Haute. It's about an hour from me, but since there's 3 I can take them to in a 2-mile radius, I decided that's the best way to go. I could also go to Champaign, Illinois, but they only have a Platos closet there, unfortunately. So yeah, I went to Terre Haute, Indiana. The first stop was Style Encore. They took 81 items for $494. That was amazing. That made the average price a little over $6 per item. Then I went and took what they didn't take to Platos because their payouts are a little bit less per item there. I sold 32 items for $148 there. So that was great. And when I was there, I found a Kate Spade bag, actually, that they were selling for only $30. It also had a keychain on it. So I bought it, used my points, got it for $20, went back to Style Encore, and they paid me $36.50 for the purse, and then a little over $5 for the keychain. So that was a super quick flip for me. Literally took me 5 minutes, but I knew it was worth more. I could have listed it myself, but I already have so much to do. I just wanted the quick cash, and why not? I mean, I knew they were going to buy it. If not, I could sell it. I wouldn't suggest that for everything. I've been selling for a long time to these places, and I know what they buy. Also, I went to Once Upon a Child. I took a lot of things that was honestly out of my daughter's closet, and then a few things I bought at a bag sale to resell there. Probably paid 20 cents per item, but they took 19 items for $32. Now, if you're familiar with Once Upon a Child, their payouts are a lot less because they typically price their items at $2.50 to $5. So that's like the range of pricing there. So just know this when you're picking up your items. Also, if you are planning to make a trip to these places, I would suggest going in before and studying. You don't want to just pick up items thinking, oh, this is cute, they'll buy it. Okay, it is cute and you are getting it for cheap, but that doesn't mean they're going to buy it at yours. Go and see what they're buying at yours, what brands, what price points, because something like American Eagle and Victoria's Secret is going to be higher price at Platos, which is weird, than it is at Style Encore. And vice versa, something that's from Anthropologie or higher end, I have found really cheap at Platos, like the Kate Spade, and flipped it at Style Encore because their prices are higher. I have spent so long going into all 3 of these, studying, figuring out what they're buying, and chopping it up with them. I get close to the employees, and this is not me like, being greedy. Oh, I want to get close to them just so I can come up. No, I am genuine. How are you? How's your day going? Do you guys have a lot of items you're buying right now? What are you specifically looking for? And is something wrong with, that piece of item? So I will watch them a lot of the time go through the items. They don't mind. I mean, at first I was like, this is kind of weird, me just standing here watching them go through it. But they didn't care. I'm like, do you mind if I watch you? Because I was really curious. Like, I thought that was cute. Why didn't you want it? And they're like, specifically, we're not looking for like double pockets. Like today, they had this denim dress they passed on. It was really cute. I'm like, why'd you pass on that? And they're like, because it had double pockets. We only want the single pockets. And I'm like, really? Like, that is so interesting. I didn't think of that. So just chopping it up with them and then remembering this stuff. If you need to write it down, take a notebook. They're not looking for double pocket dresses. I know that sounds silly, but if you plan to sell to them like I am, sorry, they're mowing out there, but I sell to them quite frequently, but I am very smart about it and strategic on what I pick up. Now they take 3/4 of my items almost every single time, and my payouts range from 150 to 300 all the time. Usually for 31 items. This time they took almost $500 worth, at Style Encore, but 81 items, so it was a lot more items. But it was really exciting because that's like the most I've ever made at any of those kind of stores on the spot. And it felt really good because I'm like, holy cow, I was expecting 300, but 500, that's amazing. And I'm happy with the average of $6 simply because my typical average there is $5. So I was able to bring that up $1 this time. So I was like, yay me. Let me review my notes and make sure I covered everything for you guys. One thing I will add is I either take the cash on hand, so I'll take the money on the spot, or I will go around their store depending on how much time I have and see if there's items that I could purchase from them and flip online, which I did. I actually got quite a few items, but I think I'm going to split these videos up so it's not super long for you guys. I found some free bird. I found, previous video, I call them tykes. They are teaks, but they are flats. And let me go grab them for you. So this is one item, spoiler alert, that I'll share that I got in them. But these teaks, they're basically in new condition. They just need clean just a smidge. But these retail for like $600 to $800 and resell very fast, I might add, between $100 to $300 depending on if you have the box, if they're new, stuff like that. But in this condition, I know for a fact I can sell them $125. So then after all the fees, I'll probably make around $100. And I only paid $67 for them, which is a lot. I get it, but the reason why is because the last time I got a pair, they were beaten up, and they sold for $130 within, 5 hours. So very worth it if you can find this, which these are teaks. And I called them tykes in a previous video, so you can go laugh at me if you want to go find that video. But yeah, I will either trade in, so I'll buy stuff from them that I know I'm going to be able to flip, and they couldn't price it at what I can price it online, and I will trade it in for what they buy from me. Or they also have 3 separate Goodwills within like a 5-mile radius, which is like amazing. And I could go there while they're all buying that, and so then I don't have to stand and wait for them to go through my items. And then when they're done buying, they call you or send a text. So I will cash out at Goodwill, then go pick up my items and the cash, and then come home. Normally, it pays for everything, so all the new items, and then I have some cash left over, which is great too. So it just really depends on my mood. It depends on how much time I have. Do I want to be there that long in Terre Haute and stuff like that? Because I do have an hour drive to get home. But one thing that's awesome is going from where I live to there, they're an hour ahead. So the hour it takes to get back, I'm like, well, if I leave here at this time, I know it's going to be exactly the same time when I get back. So I let my phone change times to trick me a little bit. So then I'm like, well, it didn't take too long to get back, which sounds silly, but it works. All right, let me make sure I went over everything I wanted to for you guys. So yeah, the main tips is basically study. You want to go through your store ahead of time, and if you want to go in blind, then go in blind. Just make sure you're taking items that are free of stains, odors, rips, tears. They want things like new and within the last 2 years. They are very much a stickler about this. So you're just going to have to go learn the ropes, figure out what they're buying and this and that. But it's a great way to get a little extra cash, you know, if you're trying to get rid of inventory fast, or if you have a way to thrift while you're there. So if you know you already have to go out thrifting and you can bring this and they can buy that while you're buying things to sell online, why wouldn't you want to do that? You know what I mean? It takes like maybe 45 minutes of your time to drop off everything, sign in, and get your items back. If you don't wait. When you're waiting, you never know. There may be a huge long line ahead of you, or you just never know. The buyer might be slow. But there we go. There you have it. I made all that money today alone. In the last month, I've made over 1,500 going into these stores. That's on top of my resale money, reselling online. And then I'm also a nurse, you know, and do so much extra. But we won't get into that. If you like daily stories, make sure you check me out on Instagram, Thrifty Finds on a Dime. And pop over, send me a message, let me know where you found me from. I'd love to connect with you. Have a great day, guys. Make sure you subscribe and like this video, and I appreciate all of you.